So, welcome to the show, Matt. How are you? You well?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
The best, mate. So, if anything, this is your first Kids with Cancer night.
It is,
right?
yeah.
So, what are you expecting from this?
Well, when you look at the lineup, it's great, and as Kenny Stewart was just saying there, you know, the amount of music that's over a long period of time. Obviously, the tribute for the 70s tribute. Right through, and he said, you know, you've got the 90s music, 2000s music, and then current day music that St. Lawrence are producing.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a really good night.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, obviously, we're going to talk a bit more about the event, but I have to talk about your new role with the big guns, the Field Marshal.
Yeah.
Getting that announcement was bound to have been, I don't know, a pinch me moment, I guess. And for a lot of folk, we were kind of going, wow. Yeah, so I don't know, that moment, that phone call, how did it go?
I mean, it's still slightly unbelievable that it's happened, but the phone call I wasn't expecting, to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
But a privilege nonetheless to be able to lead the band. Growing up, idolising the band, but also Richard himself, and be given the privilege to take the band on is, you know, it's what dreams are made of as a young person. You know, it's one of those things that you don't ever expect to happen.
Oh, that's it. Well, I have to say, there's so many folk out there now who are so excited to see you guys on the grass, and we've been speculating about the music. Obviously, we've seen what you can accomplish with Dollar and the music that comes through that. Are we going to see a little flavour of that? I'm not looking for any spoilers, mind you, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I think we don't want to lose the identity of what the band stands for musically, and I think it's very difficult to move away from something like that whenever you've been entrenched in it for such a long time.
There you go, yeah.
And I think obviously I've been in part of the band for 23 years or so.
Long time now. I was going to ask you that. It's over 20 odd years now.
Yeah. So I know I don't look a day over 20
No,
myself.
no.
It's there will be some new music coming in, some different little things that I'm really fortunate. I've got a really great group of people to work within the band that have some fantastic ideas, and that's worked really well this year. That you know, one of the first things is that I actually just kind of put that little musical group together, and the more ideas that you get coming through,
the better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's been great. So yeah, hopefully it's music that people really enjoy.
Well, I tell you what, there's so many people excited to hear you. It's just going to be a lot of fun. All right, so this incoming season then, what are you looking forward to the most, I guess?
It been over? No, I'm joking. There's lots to look forward to. Obviously, it's a very new chapter for Field Marshal. You know, new faces that have come in, and recruitment that I'm really excited about having in the band. Things are going really well at the moment, but I'm excited to get going. I'm really excited to get my first contest out of the way, and there's a lot of emotion with that as well. With you know, I spoke about Pride earlier on, and but it will be emotional in many respects for me. Perhaps other people within the band as well. It's a lot of hard work, and obviously with Richard not being at the helm anymore, you know, that is it's an aspect for me that I'm emotional that he's not part of that, but also that pride and being able to carry the band forward.
That's it, carry the torch. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I have to talk about tonight then. We've been told that there's quite a special tribute happening. Now, I don't want any spoilers really, because listeners and watchers will find out later in the show. But have you been working on this behind the scenes yourself? Kind of.
I'm going to be brutally honest. There have been rehearsals that I've not been able to make. Right. So this is going to be a hit and hope for me tonight. So I'm really hoping the rest of them pull me through it tonight. But yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight. There are people within the band that's playing in the tribute section that one I've not played with for a number of years.
Yeah.
And some players I've never played with in the band
Before.
at all.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that in itself is actually quite a treat for me.
Absolutely.
Being that little person that used to follow the band about, being able to share the stage with all of these guys,
There you go.
which is an opportunity that we might never get to do again. And you know, never say never. You know, we saw what happened with the 78s. There was a
true.
little.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we're going to be doing that every year, but that's
That was really cool. Yeah, I know what you mean.
it may,
Lightning struck, and it was just perfect. Yeah.
So hopefully it's a thing we can do.
Well, I have to, you and I were nerding out actually when we were looking at the bass drum, like the old bass drum that John played back in the 90s. We're both like, look, oh, we need photos of this. So that is quite cool though, looking at all that old stuff, you know?
Yeah, and you look at even the t-shirts that we're wearing tonight. Have that the old school tank on it and things like that. That you know, a lot of people have never maybe seen that. You know, a lot of the younger players probably wouldn't have remembered anything of what the old branding was like.
That's right.
So yeah, things like that are really nice to see and
Absolutely,
have.
yeah. So, well, as much as we're talking all about Field Marshal there, I have to ask you then about Dollar and that and your work there. How's things going at Dollar Academy?
Good, busy as ever.
I'm sure.
So we, things are going really well. It's always an exciting time whenever you're working with young people and you see their development in all areas and aspects. So, as I've always said, you know, I'm really fortunate that I've got a great team there as well. The instructors there are phenomenal, and everybody works hard to get the best out of the kids. And at the end of the day, that's what we're there to do, is try and promote and nurture and get that. Be some players that will never maybe play beyond school, they'll maybe get to a certain level, but they enjoy it. That's the main thing, is it's enjoyment out of that.
That's what I was going to say. The last time we talked to you, actually, we were talking about that enjoyment factor, and the kids in the band just seem to have the best crack. So is that a focus then of the team then, to make that possible? Yeah.
We try to. There's so many different aspects of what we do, and we're trying maybe do different events. For example, we were invited to go and play at Murrayfield for the Scotland-Wales game, just for one of the corporate events. So things like that are just slightly different away from the competition environment that they can go and enjoy.
Are fun.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, here, Matt, I have to say thank you for taking the time to chat with us here on the show. And yeah, we can't wait to see you this incoming season. Yeah.
Nope, thank you.
Thanks a million for chatting to us. Thank you.
Great.